Hi everybody, 860 Cologne, the voice of fragrance here with another video. This time, I'm going to be looking at Guilty Cologne. Now, I don't know much about this fragrance. This is May 2019, and I believe this just came out a few weeks ago. So, I have seen a few videos on this that have been pretty positive. I'm not one that is a big fan of the Guilty line. However, since the new director of Gucci has been apparently a little bit more interested in colognes than his predecessor, I'm pretty confident this one should be something a little bit better than a typical fresh cologne fragrance. The first men's fragrance under the new guy, whose last name is Michele, I believe, was Guilty Absolute. And I know 95% of you out there who like the Guilty line probably hated Absolute. I loved it. It was not a typical fragrance that was a designer fragrance and wasn't even in the same ballpark as any other Guilty fragrance. So I don't know the exact notes on this one, but I have high hopes for it. Now, this is called Guilty Cologne, but as you can see, it is actually eau de toilette. Cologne in this case does not mean concentration. Very cool looking liquid, same bottle as the other Guilty line. Guilty line, they have the metal or the plastic around there for most of them. A little bit lighter than I thought. Now, Gucci does things a little bit different. These are only 90 ml. These are not 100 ml. So, let's see what this puppy smells like. All right. Not a typical fresh fragrance. I'm getting some mint and some herbal / medicinal qualities. Let me put on my hand here just to be safe. Deeper than a typical cologne normally is. I think I'm remembering one of the notes, juniper berry, and it's not one of my favorite notes, especially in designer fragrances. I'm getting a blue, crisp, clean, fresh quality from this one, not one that I'm liking. And I think it may just be because of that juniper berry that I assume is in here. Okay, things are mellowing out a bit. It isn't a typical freshy fragrance. It definitely has some more depth to it than most of the other fresh fragrances, especially one with that color. I'm also getting a little bit of a petroleum vibe. Not quite Fahrenheit category, but something along those lines that's in the background. As this is progressing, I'm getting more of a woodsy vibe to this. It's kind of a blue woodsy vibe, if you know what that kind of means in fragrances. There's an icy quality that's coming in here, and I keep wanting to say the word menthol, but it's not Bengay, it's not anything bad like that, but there is a cool, minty background to this fragrance. Words that are coming to my mouth now are cool, minty, blue, fresh, woodsy, and I'm still getting some of that petroleum industrial vibe in here as well. That's not being said in a bad way. It doesn't smell like a industrial mess or anything, or a synthetic mess at all. When you try this in the store, make sure you wear it for a while, because this thing changes quite a bit. I mean, even a few seconds, a few minutes after the first spray, it changed almost completely. Wasn't too keen on it at first. I'm warming up to it now, still not sure, because I don't think it's done changing yet. So first impression on this one is gonna need more time to figure out exactly what's going on. I'm being reminded of a fragrance that I had a long time ago. I think it was called Azzaro Acqua, kind of in the same realm where this one lives as well. That fragrance was kind of like a cologne version of mouthwash. This doesn't approach that, although it has pieces of that mouthwash that don't quite make you think you're wearing mouthwash. Another fragrance that's coming to mind is Dolce & Gabbana, The One Gentleman. It may just be the color, but I think there's something about the scent that's also making my mind go there. Although I can't stand The One Gentleman, it has notes that for my nose just don't mix well together. These notes mix well together, but at the same time I'm getting crisp, cool, fresh in front of a campfire. And that campfire was started with some sort of propellant, some almost like a lighter fluid that you can kind of still smell in the air, although it's not a horrible smell. It's kind of like mixing synthetics with some things that smell more natural. Very interesting. Okay, now my mind is going to Barbicide, that blue liquid you see at the barbershop that they put the combs in to disinfect them. It's a pleasant smell, but it's still synthetic, industrial, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. And now I'm getting like a modern urinal cake. The smell of it, not a smell of urine, of course, but something that's in a bathroom to make the bathroom smell better. My mind's all over the place with this one. I can't pin it down. All right, so I've spent over 20 minutes with this thing and I still can't really get a good hold on it. This one is gonna need a few wearings to say the least, but for a first impression, definitely different. Not anything I was expecting. And if I can relate that back to Gucci Guilty Absolute, I can see how this would be a cologne, a lighter version of Gucci Guilty Absolute. Kind of like if Gucci Guilty, without the sweetness, and Gucci Guilty Absolute met and had a baby that was blue, crisp, clean, industrial, weird. This is something that I bought because I thought it would be a good fragrance for close quarters, an office setting, for me, opera rehearsal, something that would be fresh, crisp and clean and not really push out on people or make their nose turn up in, you know, a close environment. I'm not sure that this is it because it's been over 20 minutes and it's a little bit interesting. It's intriguing. Intriguing. What the fuck is that? I don't know how else to put it. I don't know where it's going, and I'm not sure where I could wear this. What application would be best? So yeah, I was not expecting that. I was expecting this to be kind of a simple fragrance that I could get a hold of and get a handle on real quickly, but not the case at all. I'm gonna have to live with this one for a while and report back. But For a first impressions, definitely try it out. If you're expecting crisp, clean, fresh, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. It's gonna be a little bit different. This is a bold choice for Gucci Guilty, and with the moniker Cologne on there, even bolder. But I can see where it still does fit in that realm. So I'm gonna sit on this one for a while. Let me know if you've tried this and what your thoughts were. I'm gonna be really interested to see what you guys think. And I'm gonna be also looking at the notes and digging more into the background of this fragrance before I come back and give a final assessment. So I know this was confusing. I'm sorry about that, but I'm confused my damn self. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.